Beautiful people, how are you all doing today? Hope you guys are good. Guys, come closer and watch this video. It's a very important video and there are so many things I want to share with you here. First thing first, if you are going to be applying to Spain this year, and if you want to move to Spain this year, Madrid, Barcelona, or which city, Valencia, Malaga, it doesn't matter. You are going to be applying for a visa, okay, at the Spanish embassy. Today, I actually spoke to an enrollment officer in, yeah, there are some things I can't say here, right? But, and there are some emails equally. I'm just here to advise you, listen to this video till the end if you can and help yourself. Because I want you to also come to this site. Probably when I visit Spain, I would also be opportune to see you. So there are some things she told me and I will be sharing with you. But first thing first, if you are applying to schools in Spain, I said before that there are, what is this? I said before that there is a link you must follow to apply for schools in Spain. When you go to that link, you are going to see how much you are going to pay. Though the how much is not there, but you have to calculate the number of credits, okay, you have to do for that particular course by the total number. I think total number of ECTE, something like that. The video is on the channel. Please check it. It's not difficult to calculate. I actually told you guys what to do in that video and I still have another video to do here. And I equally said that Autonomous University in Barcelona is a good school. Someone wrote me a message that he got PhD application, something like that. I can't remember, but I think I saw it somewhere. So check out these universities in Spain and apply. Now remember, if you want to apply to move to Spain, you need to know that some universities you are going to do recognition before you apply. Some you are not going to do it. Some you are going to do legalization before you apply. Some you are not going to do it. There are some that when you apply, okay, the school is going to take time. Then they will tell you to pay application fee. Then they are going to tell you to maybe upload your documents to the website as well. Then after uploading the documents, you have to pay. You will receive a conditional letter. A conditional letter is a letter to say that, okay, you've been admitted, but you still need to fulfill this condition before we can give you an unconditional letter, which you have to use to apply for visa. Then when you fulfill the condition, they will now ask you to pay tuition deposit. Remember, some schools in Spain will ask you for tuition for 1 year. Others will ask for tuition for half a year. Like some will ask you 50%. Okay, that's what I mean. After you pay the 50%, they are now going to send you an official admissions letter. Then at that stage, you are now ready to apply for visa. Remember, your documents must be legalized. Ministry of Education, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Spanish embassy. This is the process. So when you are doing your legalization for Nigerians, Ghanaians, Kenyan, Liberians, please, and any other African, maybe those from Morocco, Egypt, and Tanzania, put this into consideration. Ministry of Education, Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Then some people might end up doing translation, but some schools will say you don't need to do translation. You can only do translation when you get to Spain. And remember, when you are going to Spain, you need to carry your original documents. I hope you understand. This is the process. Now, some schools will tell you that if you get visa rejection, you might get your money refunded. Some will tell you that if you get visa rejections, you might not get your money refunded. Some will tell you that for you to get your money refunded, you must get a visa rejection from something different than insufficient funds, something different from fake documents, so many other reasons, right? Late application. Some will tell you that they will not give you your money. Now, I understand why they are doing this. The reason is because they trusted you, gave you the position, right? Because they wanted you to study in their school. Education is also business, right? So now you haven't gotten the visa because of what? Fake documents, and which is part of their plan. Because of course, if the embassy rejects you, they have to give you a document you have to send to the school if you want your refund. Do you understand? So these are laws that you need to understand. Make sure you read the school website properly to actually understand what they are doing. For you to apply for Spanish universities, it depends on the university, by the way. There are documents involved. Your high school certificates, if you are going for bachelor's, your WAEC, your O and A levels, your WASI, depending on where you are coming from, English proficiency, your CV. Some schools will ask you for an interview. I hope you understand. Then some will not ask you for interview or whatsoever. So you have to note all these things one by one. Note them down. It's very important. Now, let's go to the main part of the video, which is visa application. After paying all of this money and getting the final admissions letter, which is your acceptance letter, you now have to apply for visa, right? Your documents, your academic credentials must have gone through Ministry of Education, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, then the Spanish Embassy for legalization, authentication and legalization. Then you now put in for visa. Some universities might tell you that, oh, do not apply at this time, but remember, most schools in Spain, they begin admission like lectures start around September, October. So you need to understand all these details. Now, when some of these schools, they are telling you all these details, you make sure you follow the instruction. If a school says they are not going to refund you after a visa is rejected, you need to think very well, because in this case, visa is not guaranteed. But some will tell you that if you do use fake documents, we will not refund. If you maybe apply late, we will not refund. Maybe if your bank statement is small or something, we will not refund. Now, that brings me back to the issue of the bank statement. I'm still going to talk about proof of funds. Don't worry. You see this bank statement issue. If you use a sponsor in America, if your sponsor is showing maybe $35,000, they will not give you a visa. You know why? That person showing you that $35,000, that man is in America. If the person is in your home country, or if you are the one who owns the account, now they will start asking you, and you say you have $35,000, they will now start asking you, where did you get money from? Right? You need to respond to that. Where? And equally, it's not even good to show those huge amounts of money. Right? You just need to show that you have money to pay your tuition fee, because of course, when you are applying to a Spanish university, depending on the university, by the way, you have to pay tuition deposit. Now, let's assume that your tuition is 8,000 euros a year, right? And they say pay 50%. 8,000 euros, 50% is 4,000 euros, right? Now, how much is left for your tuition for 1 year? 4,000 euros. Now, I'm going to proof of funds, okay? Now, your proof of funds, which is a living cost. This brings me back to something. Before you apply for any Spanish visa this year, guys, check the embassy's website. There was one person who told me, who was asking about Spanish visa, and I checked the old information and gave him, I think it's on Messenger. I will check that brother again and update him. Then go and ask the Spanish embassy. If they don't respond, note that this is the total amount you need. For 1 year as an international student to study in Spain, you need to have 8,400 euros. If you have anything less than this, your visa will be rejected. Now, remember, this is living cost, money for accommodation, food, and transportation. If you paid 4,000 before for your tuition fee, and then your balance for 1 year is left 4,000 euros, and your living cost money, which is proof of funds, right, is supposed to be 8,400 euros. Remember, you still have balance to pay for tuition fee for 1 year, right? Take the balance and add to this 8,400 euros. This is the total money you need in your bank account to actually get a Spanish visa. And make sure you apply early. Now, coming back to the issue of the bank account. Something that most of us we do, and this is one thing the Spanish embassy does not like. I mentioned those of you, someone used a sponsor from a European country, and again, they will prefer Europe than America. But if you have assets back home or assets, that will be good. Now, when you are building your account, start building the account from now. Okay. Secondly, when you are building an account, you build an account. Let's say you have to use an account for 6 months, right? A 6 months old account. You need to be building that slowly. Calculate that, okay, in 6 months, if I need 15,000 euros to be in that account, how many days is in 6 months? Then you divide that 15,000 by the number of days to see how much you need to be dropping in that account every day or every week. Right? Now, when you are dropping this money in that account, you need to also make them, because they will ask you, where do you get money from? They will not even ask you. You just need to upload the documents to show evidence that this is how you are getting your money. If you have a business that you run and you say your money is coming from your business, get the business registration document ready, get your pay slips, or maybe if it's your business, you don't need pay slips again. Get your tax documents ready, get your company, I talked about company registration, then get everything ready that concerns that business, especially the tax. Most people don't pay tax to their business. No matter how small your business is, register that business. If you have a company's account, fantastic, add it to that. Okay, this is the way it works. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So it's not going to be easy. This is the new proof of funds to study in Spain, 8,400 euros. Now, if you are moving because you can move to Spain with your family, if you are going to be moving with your family, how much do you need? You need to show 50% of that amount for your spouse, your husband or wife. 50% of 8,400 is how much? 4,200. You add to that other money, that is your own money, right? You add to it. Now, if you are going with your child, daughter or son, whichever one person, that person needs to be 25%. 25% of 8,400 is how much? You calculate, you add it there, right? Like I think half of maybe half of 4,000 is how much? 2,200, something are there about. You add it there. This is the total you need to be in Spain and study from this year. Now, like I said before, put two things into consideration. Do not apply late, and also do not show fake bank statement, because they will verify. If they verify and they notice that the money in that account is not your money, it's a problem. A very big problem. That's why sometimes when you bring big money, they will look at it, look at the account, especially if the person is not in Africa. Now, how they will be wondering, how is money going to leave that account to you? You can reach that country and your sponsor, the person who claims to be a sponsor, abandons you. What are you going to do? How are you going to survive? So these are some of the things you need to put into place when you are trying to apply for a visa to move to Spain. I hope this helps you. We meet again in another one. Bye bye.